How's it going, YouTube? My name is Blake Yarbrough and welcome back. Today we get an early look at the Air Jordan 3 collaboration with Fragment Design. Now this shoe is set to release in about 2 weeks from now, which is September 17th. And I've got an early pair here. These came from Sneaker Knockers. Now you've heard me mention Sneaker Knockers a lot of times over the past few months, and that's because they've helped me get these early sneakers to give you guys early looks. And so I wanted to give a big shout out to Sneaker Knockers. Now what they are, it's a VIP Discord group that you can join. It's about $25 a month, or you can join for a year if you want to do that. But basically you join the VIP group, they get all the shoes very early, and so these they were actually able to pass off to me to do a video for you guys. But they sell all the shoes early in the group, and you're able to cop below a market retail price. And of course the market price is going to fluctuate for each shoe and also for each size, but they sell out of these shoes early, guys. So if you want to get early shoes, if you like to try to flip shoes to make money, Sneaker Knockers is a great place to go. Just wanted to make sure I gave a big shout out to them, because without them I would have not been able to get these early. This shoe right now I think is listed on StockX for like $2 or $3 grand, which is absolutely insane. So shout out to them. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these. I also pulled out a pair of the Air Jordan 3 Nike Shy. They released for the All-Star game this past year, and so I wanted to compare and contrast, between a high-end Jordan collab and then, a general release. These weren't technically general release, I don't think, but they made a ton of these. So I just wanted to use these to kind of compare, contrast the leather quality and things like that on each pair. And one more thing before we get into the full review of these, you will see some more upcoming early videos with sneakers like this and sneakers like this. I've got a whole box in my closet, guys. So if you like early sneaker reviews, make sure you subscribe down below. Now let's go ahead and look at these Fragment 3s, which we'll be releasing here in about 2 weeks. So the first thing that I noticed when I got these in hand was that there's no elephant print. The elephant print on the Jordan 3 is absolutely a staple. So on this pair right here, you've got elephant print here on the front of the toe. You've also got it wrapping around the heel right here. That is a staple of the Jordan 3. The Fragment one does not come with that. And so I think it just kind of like throws your eye off, because you're used to these panels right here being elephant print, but they went with a solid black leather right there, which I think looks really clean. I like the aesthetic of it, but it is a little bit different, something we're not used to seeing on the Jordan 3. Sometimes they'll even do like a black elephant print, but it's still elephant print. This is a completely smooth leather here on the heel. Now, of course, you've got the infamous Fragment stamp right there with the 2 lightning bolts. And then you've also got 2 lightning bolts here on the heel. Now the heel tab on this is completely translucent, which is also different. Typically you have this black heel tab, which will either have the Nike Air or have the Jumpman on the back. So they've changed it up. They went with a translucent heel tab, something also very different, but we've seen that a few times now. Like the Off-White 4s had the translucent heel tab. There's been a couple other ones. Oh, the denim, those denim 3s that just recently released, those had a translucent heel tab. So it's something that Jordan Brand's doing a lot of. I don't really mind it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It looks okay. I think this is pretty sick because you've got a double logo. So you've got the Jumpman, which is translucent, and then the Nike Air, which is painted, and then you've got the 2 lightning bolt, the Fragment Design logo underneath. You've got like 2 logos that are overlapping. I think it looks pretty cool because you see the Jumpman in person. On camera, I'm not sure how exactly it's gonna look, but I would assume that you see more of the Fragment Design over the Jumpman. It does look pretty cool. It's something totally different from Jordan Brand. And let's talk about the leather, because I think that's gonna be one of the key selling points that you just have to see in hand. The leather on these is very nice. The smooth leather here that wraps around like the mudguard area, this is a really nice leather, and so this black leather is definitely a premium feel. Now over here you've got red leather that wraps right here, and then you've got of course the elephant print, but this red leather, you can tell that it's just a little bit cheaper, and you'd have to feel that to be able to tell. But in my opinion, the black leather that they used on the Fragments definitely looks like a higher quality. And then the next thing would be the tumbled leather, which the Jordan 3s almost always have this tumbled leather, and I can tell you guys that right here around the ankle collar and through the midfoot, it feels very plush. This is definitely a very nice tumbled leather. On these, it feels more stiff. It feels like not as nice, and that's probably because they made thousands and thousands and thousands more of these than they did the Fragments, so they're not going to use this high quality just to keep the cost down. So, you know, it looks the same. I would say it looks very similar. The tumbled leather looks very, very similar. However, the touch and feel is completely different. I would say these feel a lot better in hand. It's definitely a lot nicer design, and that's true, you know, from the Fragment ones, which were released 6 years ago. I think that's crazy. I thought it was, you know, like 4 years ago, but I guess, you know, time just slips away. The Fragment ones has absolutely skyrocketed in price with the whole Jordan dock and all Jordan ones just, you know, going to ridiculous numbers over the past few months. The Fragment ones are like 3 or 4 grand now, and that's absolutely insane. They are a high quality, low production Jordan 1, but they're very basic. You know, it's very, very basic color blocking, very minimal as far as like the branding and things like that. The Jordan 1 just has this same like heel stamp right there, which looks cool. It's a cool sneaker, but it's not one that I would pay even $1,000 for. And so that's why I don't own them, is because they're way too expensive and I just don't really care for the design that much. These are kind of similar. Now, I will say this is a really nice design. I like the overall look of them, but if I don't get these for retail, I'm not going to be sad that I missed out. It is a cool sneaker and I love the Jordan 3, but the color blocking is just a little simple for me. It reminds me of like a Concord 11, which I really like a lot. It is just, you know, just a white and black, very two-tone, you know, very simple design, but because of the clout that the Fragment collabs bring, that is what's going to make this shoe resell for what it's going to resell for, which right now I think they're going for like 2 to 3 grand. That'll definitely dip a little bit, you know, once they release, but it's still going to be a very expensive sneaker, guys. If you do get for retail, it's a great day. It's a huge come up if you decide to sell. If this is a pair that you're going to rock, you know, props to you for actually wearing your sneakers. That's always cool to see. But let me know in the comment section below, so far, what do you think of these? Is this something that you like? You know, we've got the traditional Jordan 3 outsole. Do you like these? Is this one that you have to have this year? Are you just wanting to flip them, or would you want to keep and collect these? You know, for me, I like the Jordan 3s. I like these. I like the black cement 3s, the white cement 3s. I like the OG colors probably a little bit more than collabs. I would be interested to see an OVO 3. That would be a collab probably if they actually did it right. I'd really like to see a lot. An OVO 3 would be sick. I know there is, you know, the PE, the gold ones, but I'd like to see a general release of some type of OVO 3 collab. Maybe we'll see it with Drake's Nike deal. It seems like Drake's getting some better merchandise and product from Nike, so we'll see. You know, his most recent video was shot at Nike headquarters, so hopefully they actually give Drake the respect that he deserves, because in my opinion, he should have collabs like Travis. Travis is getting like the best collabs, one after the other. So we'll see what happens in the future, but this one, you know, I like it, but I'm not totally sold on this sneaker. The other interesting thing that I haven't mentioned yet is that you've got this text right here above the air unit, which I'll read off this one. It says FA20, which is going to obviously stand for fall 20, and that's when these are releasing. And then you've got just some maybe meaningful, but to me pointless letters after that, and then at the very end it says Fragment Design. This is maybe something that they use within like their design work or in their portfolio, you know, when they're naming a sneaker, you know, sharing files or things like that. Maybe this is like some type of file name, but honestly it could just be totally random text. Who knows? It's very similar to what they did on the turbo greens, the turbo green ones. Those had that same kind of text on there, which to me is kind of ripping off Off-White like a little bit. I mean, obviously this is something that a lot of different brands and things use when they're labeling and, you know, creating and designing things. They use like different text like this, but to put it on the sneaker, I feel like Virgil and Off-White, with the Off-White branding that he puts on the inside part of the foot, I just really didn't like when they put it on the turbo green ones. I did not like that at all. I just really don't care for that. And to see it on like a Fragment design after it was on like a very general release Jordan 1, to me it's like, don't really like it that much. Don't really care for it. You know, it is something that you could paint over, which would be kind of wild to paint over this, or you could probably just use like some acetone maybe and wipe it off. You might need to retouch the paint, but that would be something interesting. I definitely would prefer this to be gone if it was my personal pair or I was designing them. But let me know what you guys think. Is this something you like? Do you like this type of branding? I know I just hate it on the Jordan 1s. On those turbo greens, I just really didn't like that. It was a nice colorway too. And then another interesting thing about these, when you compare to the red pair here, you've got the size tag on the inside of the tongue. Pretty standard for the Jordan 3. On these, they went with a tab, which would be similar to like what's on the Jordan 4s. You've got a tab, a rectangular tab in here, which says Fragment upside down. Pretty cool. You've actually got it on both sneakers, so it's not just on one. You've got it on both, Fragment upside down. And then you've got, let's see what color. I think the insole is like a blue color. Yeah, so the insole is navy. Here's the insole, guys. You've got the Jumpman, and then you've also got the double lightning bolt, the Fragment design. Just doing kind of like a pattern right down the center of each insole. Looks pretty cool, not anything too crazy, but it definitely, you know, is a nice touch. I like when they do like the printed on insoles as opposed to like a iron on, because the iron on stuff, you know, comes right off. I think every Jordan insole should be printed on because it lasts a lot longer, it looks better, you know, it can't cost too much more. So just a small detail that I actually prefer. There's a few other things that I actually noticed about these that are different. So typically on the Jordan 3, I would say you have this cement gray outsole. This is my preference for Jordan 3. I think this one just overall looks the nicest. And then sometimes, you know, they'll change these traction pods right here, and then they'll change the Nike logo or have the Jordan logo here on the heel. This is my preference. I like this the best. On the Fragment, it looks like we're gonna get a white outsole with a black traction pod. And then it actually did this black here as well with the white Nike logo in the center. It looks okay. The only issue is white outsoles get dirty immediately. As soon as you step on anything, you know, they're already gonna turn brown. And so I don't really like white outsoles on any type of Jordan or any type of sneaker at all. I prefer a black or a gray. It's just a lot easier to keep clean. It looks nicer. Now, you could put like some sole protectors on here, which do work. Those are nice, and you could put those on this sneaker if you wanted to wear these, but I just wish they didn't do a white outsole. Not my favorite. The other thing that I noticed is they changed the sock liner. So the sock liner is usually like this soft kind of like cotton material right here. This one's gonna be feels almost like a neoprene kinda. It's a lot more slick and it feels a lot more premium, and so that's probably what they were going for. This is the typical Jordan 3 sock liner, and it just feels cheaper. You know, I'd say that this one feels a lot more high-end, more premium feel. So that's another difference I noticed, is the sock liner's different, and then you've got the difference here on the outsole. But overall, this is a really nice sneaker. It's one that I will be trying to get on sneakers. We'll see. I've had zero luck so far in 2020. I've not hit a single pair from Sneakers app. So Nike, if you're listening to this, just help your boy out. Help me hit on these Fragments so that I can sell them and get some I really want. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Will you be going after these? What would you change about this sneaker? If you could change anything, drop a comment down in the comment section below. The last thing I wanted to mention, guys, is I will be dropping some pretty cool items on my website on Thursday, September 10th. I'm gonna do it at 6 p.m. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. I post like all types of sneaker related content when I'm selling any type of personal items on Instagram. It's _ Blake Yarbrough, really easy to find me. There'll be a link down in the description. But I will be dropping some cool products on Thursday, September 10th, and they'll be pretty limited. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, thank you so much for the support. I didn't mention it earlier in the video, but we hit 1 million views on my channel this past week, and I owe it all to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video.